To start my notes, I believe it is important to give the reader an understanding as to who I am, and why these notes were made. I am the Triumvirate Coalition's first contact psychologist. My name is Calvin Morio. My role is to accompany first contact teams, not in a speaking role, but just as an observer. Specifically, I observe newly contacted species during meetings. I document mannerisms, movements both deliberate or subconscious, and most importantly, facial expressions. As they say, the eyes are a way to a being's soul, and in a first contact it is important to gain as much understanding as possible of a newly contacted species to help form risk assessment and to aid in avoiding any potential culture clashes that could lead to, at worst, war. Classic example of the above being when the Triumvirate met the Drawdy. An inexperienced diplomat sparked the now-named 12-hour First Contact War when he foolishly greeted a Drawdy as he would one of his own by placing his tendrils and then stroking along the Drawdy's head. As we know, this act was perceived as a hostile one, as the Drawdy are very much not a fan of physical contact with someone outside of their clan. Now, with the preamble out of the way, I present some of my notes on the newly contacted species, humanity. It's the eyes that unsettle me the most. Set on the front of the face, when a human is facing you, their eyes appear seemingly locked on you, the hallmark sign of a predator species, which is in firm contrast to my own species, whose eyes are near the side of our head to watch out for predators, like humans. But it's more than eye placement. It's where their eyes squint when they are thinking or listening intently. To have a predator narrow their eyes whilst looking at you is unsettling. But moving on. Human beings seemingly can communicate just with glances, once again harking back to the eyes. Humans can look at each other, sometimes making minute facial expressions, and from that alone be able to express what they are feeling. It's fascinating witnessing such facial dexterity. They are a very communicative species, likely a useful ability when it comes to hunting and killing prey. The most alarming human facial expression, which, dear reader, you most take note of as to be prepared when meeting a human, is when one of their kind smiles, a smile being the expression of happiness. When a human is pleased, they show their teeth, and whilst I have been told they also show their teeth during times of anger, there is a distinct difference between happiness and anger, and hopefully you, the reader, will also be able to tell the difference if ever in such a situation. This will be important due to the next and final part of this note. Human physical ability. As we know, the original first contact between the Triumvirate and humanity occurred on planet A3 in system A2134/B, when the explorer's ship, TC Ammon, picked up the distress signal of stranded humans on the planet. We know from past scans of the planet's fauna and flora that planet A3 is extremely dangerous. From the captain's log, the crew and captain did not have much faith in the humans' ability to actually be alive. After all, the planet had been known for centuries, but not colonized, due to its lethality. But nonetheless, the crew attended the distress beacon expecting to find corpses. They were wrong. The humans were found happily sat around a campfire, cooking a large creature on the spit, chatting animatedly. This was despite the fact they had been on this planet for 3 weeks, their time, which I am told is surprisingly similar to our own, give or take an hour. What this all says to us is important. Humans are a predatory hunter species, capable of complex communication with minimal effort, and the ability to not only survive, but thrive in hostile environments. It is this observer's opinion that humanity should be treated with respect and caution. We still don't know exactly what we are dealing with, but we do know that as a species, they are more than what meets the eye.